folks. Here we are. We might be drunk. It's early. It's cold. It's New York City. We're having a couple of coffees.
Coffees for clothing.
Yes.
Great movie.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I went after it this week, and I drank too much.
Same. Yeah, I left Wednesday, got home last night at 11 p.m.
Ugh. From where?
Buffalo. It's a long story.
Tell it.
We got a lot to talk about.
Love Buffalo.
All right. Well,
You go to Chef's?
I didn't go to Chef. I never heard of Chef's.
Salamanca, pull it up. Look at that fucking pasta.
I don't even know what I'm looking at here.
That's a brick of cheese over pasta. That sauce is next level. That Chef's in Buffalo. I got love for Buffalo.
I like Buffalo.
Good
Great
Italian
town.
community.
Good people.
Good people.
Hard nose, ice cold, salt of the earth. But look at this thing. This is what got Peters in his shape. This is out of control.
I ate that before I went on stage. And I was like, this ain't good.
Oh, man. That's worse than Artie Lang doing heroin before going out. It just weighs you down
That's
more.
what all the women look like on Tinder in Buffalo. Artie Lang. Jesus.
Woo, that's true. Artie Lang now. We love you, Artie.
We love you.
All right. Funny guy.
The best.
He has one of my favorite jokes. He's talking about, what's the guy's name who was dating Khloe Kardashian? Odom?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, years
Odom.
ago.
Yeah, so he's in the kitchen at the house and at like 3 a.m, like making a sandwich, and he's like, oh man, this relationship with these women. There's too many of these women. I might start doing crack. And Bruce Jenner walks down and goes, wait to hear what I'm gonna do.
That's a great joke.
I might have fucked it up.
No, you killed. That's a great. I love the one he did about. All the NBA people were like, stay in school, and then he's like, go to college instead of getting millions of dollars in the NBA. He's like, that's why instead of, if they want to say stay in school, instead of a dunk contest at All-Star Weekend, they should do a spelling bee. Because what would you rather see, them dunk again or Stephon Marbury try to spell Wednesday?
Oh,
that's a great
Wednesday
joke.
is so perfect.
Like everything about that is.
That's great.
Damn, he's good.
Spelling bee. Then you have the visual of these giant 7-foot dudes at a spelling bee with the name tag. Gold.
Hilarious.
You got another one. It's like, I never use the N-word unless it's the fourth quarter.
Only he can get away with that shit.
Yeah.
He's like, that age is like grandfathered in for those jokes.
Right.
Yeah, he's a great dude too. I miss him.
Oh, yeah.
I hope we see him around again soon.
Oh, yeah. One of the funny. Great book, Too Fat to Fish.
It's incredible.
So funny.
Yeah, so funny.
Also, him on Stern arguing with Dice Clay is one of the all-time great radio moments.
Yeah, he used to say something about how he used to wait 3 hours in line to see Dice, and now he dodges his phone calls.
Yes, exactly. Dice tried to get money out of him. It's a whole thing.
Wow.
But that's showbiz. It can just keep going, and then now you're fighting with your heroes.
So tell me about Buffalo.
All right, so Wednesday got a gig in Toronto. Danforth Theater. What an amazing place.
Beautiful,
Did that.
Beautiful city, too.
Great city. Great comedy town, Toronto. So we're at the theater, and I'm just chatting with the comics, and they're like, so what do you got tomorrow? I'm like, oh, I'm going to Buffalo. They're like, oh, that's a quick flight or quick drive. And I was like, yeah, let me look that up. I'm connecting at 7 a.m. to D.C. and then going up back to Buffalo. And I text my manager, I'm like, what the hell is this? And I got the road guy on it. Everybody's on it like, yeah, what is that? That's crazy. He's like, there's nothing left. So Rob Mayu of Royal Comedy Club, he's like, hey, this guy will drive you. Give him a couple $100. I said, I'll give you $200. You drive me. He's like, we'll go tomorrow at noon. We had a great day, but Jacob
It's like
Silva,
an adventure every week.
I know. So I had to cancel my flights. I get in the car with this guy, and we're about to cross the border, and he goes, you don't have any drugs, do you? And I go, well, I use edibles to sleep. And he goes, get rid of them. Get rid of it. We're going to get killed over there. They're going to rape us. They're going to kill us, scalp us. So I go, all right. So we pull over to a
That would
guy's
be funny
house.
if they did rape you. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
We got to rape you.
We have to. We're sorry.
Sorry. So I'm like, fuck. So now we pull over to a guy's house like a block before the border. Just some random guy's house. I'm going through my bag. I got 1 million edibles in there, shrooms I just forgotten about. It must have been like thousands of dollars worth of merchandise.
Oh, my God.
We throw it in some guy's lawn.
That must have been painful.
Brutal.
Yeah.
I hate throwing shit away. And then this kid, Jacob, is like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm writing the address. When I come back over, I'm getting these. I was like,
It's like
no!
Fargo.
I know. Funny looking guy. So we go over the border. They go, where you go? What do you got there? I go, passport. They go, all right, get through. And I'm like, ah. So we did the right thing, but They didn't check anyway.
Damn.
Brutal.
That
So
sucks, but the gigs were great.
gigs were great. Get to Buffalo. Sean over there is great. We had Jordan Fisher opening.
Oh,
and,
yeah, I like him.
Kyle Turner hosting. We had a great time. 6 shows, sold out, killer crowd, sold merch. Then a guy goes, hey, I work with the Bills. I got your number from Shane Gillis. I'm the personal trainer. You want to come to the game on Sunday?
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, I'd have to move my flight, but all right. Yeah, okay. So I call Sean Murphy. He's a Bills guy. He's like, I'm flying up. I got tickets for everybody. I assume we're going to be in a big box. It's going to be great. 13th row in the snow. Freezing my tits off. No coat. Brutal.
Why don't you have a coat in Buffalo?
Well, I was there for 3 days. I got like a bomber jacket, and so I had to get a coat. I had to get a giant parka. I got the full.
Did you get a nice coat?
Well, I borrowed one from this guy. It was very nice. But now you're just shivering, and I'm like, damn, I thought we were going to be in a box. I thought we were going to be shaking hands with Gabe and the other guy, Josh Allen, and we were out in the snow. And it was hell. I have a whole new respect for Buffalo people. Any town that goes out and supports in the snow like that.
There are people with like blankets out there and stuff, right?
It's insane.
Yeah.
And they're hooting and hollering. They get drunk at 7 a.m. They're tailgating
They
all
look
day.
like hobos.
They do.
Yeah.
But that's a strong group of whites over there.
That's a great football town. And
Oh, yeah.
And they got a great team. Did they win?
I think they won. I bailed early. I was like, I got to get out of here. I can't feel my hands.
That's amazing.
I was the diva. I was like, all right, I don't live here. I got to go.
I never used to do that shit, but we were in Kansas City a couple weeks ago, and I did check if the Chiefs were playing because I got Mahomes. I'm like, I got to.
Yeah.
If I can see it live. I told Vito, I was like, we're going. Fuck your second baby, dude.
Oh.
We're seeing some foosball.
Yeah, it's fun, but when it's cold, I don't know how people do it.
Yeah, dude, it's tough.
Tough. The women out there just like, ah! It was like Braveheart, you know? It's crazy. It's a lot of scary people up there, but they're good eggs, and they love their team, and they live for it. You realize how good we have it. When you watch these people rooting for these teams, you're like, they need this.
Yeah.
This is, like, important
Well,
to them.
Buffalo's got an identity and culture. I feel like there's some other cities in that area where you're like, this ain't right.
Oh, yeah. Syracuse.
That's a stinker.
Rochester's got some moments.
It's got moments, but I do remember nearly, like, we were... Vita and I were like, we'll take a walk. And then I'm like, dude,
Oh, yeah.
there's dealers on every corner. We will get robbed.
Definitely.
This is not. And and I told them, like, yeah, you 100% would have been robbed if you took that walk.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those block to block. You're like, this is beautiful. Look at these old homes. John Kodak lived there. Then you go two right
How did it
turns.
end for him?
Yeah. And you're like, this is...
the guy they name drop as their dude, they're like, yeah, he commits suicide.
Yeah. In his
like,
heyday.
this is the guy? This is your guy? Yeah.
There's rumors he was gay.
Really?
Never married.
No pictures, though.
The irony. It's a Kodak moment when he was hanging.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Got sad there.
what about you? Where were you?
I was in the city this weekend. I had a rare weekend in the city, just at cellar spots. Great.
Nice.
Lots of fun. Killer on a
Is
weekend.
it different for the weekend for you there? Because you're there during the week so often. But playing a weekend show, does it feel different to you?
Yeah, the village has an energy on the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's great,
Yeah.
Moved down there, so I'm like walking home now. So it's nice.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. What an apartment, by the way. Have you been?
No,
Woo!
come by.
I almost blew you.
Did
I
you?
mean, it is a panty dropper.
Oh, dude, I didn't know it was that close. I was.
That's why I had to leave. I was like, all right, I faked a phone call. I was already on one. I was Kaepernicking.
Speaking of my new place, I got a rec for you. Peters, can you pull this up?
Yeah.
Or Salamanca, whoever has it. Got one of them Toto toilets.
Toto toilet.
Cleans the butthole, dries the butthole.
A bidet.
A bidet, yeah. The toilet seats, dude.
Really?
Peters, do you have the video? I sent
it's a
you
video.
the video.
Oh, it was a video.
Yeah,
Is it
well-
of Sam?
It's of me taking a shit.
Oh, great.
I want you to see it.
Airdrop coming in.
All right, good.
Wow. Now, did you install this?
Of course not. What are you kidding me? No, there's like pipes and stuff involved. I'm useless.
All right.
I paid a guy to do it, but
There it is.
yeah, let's see. Look at this bad boy.
Whoa.
See it in action,
You're sitting on a computer here.
dude.
Look at this thing. It's got lights and buttons.
Look at that. There we go.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, buddy.
I like the in and out motion.
Oh hell yeah.
That's dangerous. I can
Oh,
hit
yeah.
the sack.
Oh no, it doesn't. It's in the right place.
All right.
Yeah, it's a strong stream too.
Really?
The other day I came. I'll tell you, it's a strong stream. Really seems to care.
All right. I got to get one of these. Everybody,
Dude, get one, dude.
You got one?
Nah.
It's also, I mean, like, even if it weren't eco-friendly, I'd be into this, but it is. So you're like, it's kind of cool. I don't have to buy toilet paper anymore.
Yeah, your ass is green.
Oh, my ass is green, baby.
Mine's pink. I'm wiping too much. I'm bleeding down there. I get the red paper.
Now, I mean, anytime I'm going to have to take a shit in like a hotel, I'm going to be like, what is
I
this?
know. It sucks. It feels very primitive.
And also, you know, the wiping in the winter, there's something gross about, you know?
Yeah, it's
This
dry.
just cleans the old butthole.
Yeah.
I want people to come over and take a shit. Take it for a test spin if you're not satisfied.
I would love to.
Yeah, come by.
I can shit and blow you.
Will
Same
you?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
both getting squirted.
I was
Squirted on both ends.
I was friends with this girl for 15 years, and I just went to her apartment, and I went to take a leak, and she had one of those. And I was like, I've learned more about you in these 2 seconds than I've learned in our 15 years.
Why?
Someone in this house eats ass, and I didn't know that.
Do you think that someone definitely eats ass if they have that toilet
Yeah.
seat?
I think it's a
Really?
big part of it, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. You're cleaning house, for the meal.
That's not why I got it, but I mean,
Definitely a bonus.
Well,
that's a bonus.
you're about to join the club.
I'm
Although,
in.
I'd hate to see that ass crack. Just judging by the eyebrows alone. That's what it'll look like.
My butthole looks like Uncle Fester's face.
But the crack is like Questlove. I mean, it's got a pick in it.
It's got a pick in there?
Yeah.
Oh, you said this. We made the same. I'm an idiot.
But, yeah. Oh, and I saw the Charlemagne video. Tell us about that. It was a killer clip.
Oh, with,
Pull it up.
Dr. Umar?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was 3. It was you and 2 guys.
And Kazim from MSG. Yeah, it was. I wish there was just 2 people on a panel, just because like you get like not that much time on the show. Charlemagne's
know.
a great host. I mean, he's such a. No, it's not a story. He's a great host, but you get that's Brandi Chastain. We had her on the other pod. Scored the game-winning goal for Team USA in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
She rules. Yeah,
That's cool.
against China. No, don't play this.
You're going to get taken down for that
There it is, right there, the 3rd one.
this year?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't have to play the whole
Oh,
clip.
yeah.
You don't have to play it. It's
No,
just
no,
cool.
No, but no, don't play it.
All
Don't
right.
play it. But yeah, it was mad fun, dude. It was Comedy Central. It's crazy. It's like that was Trevor Noah's last night. So we came on after him, and he was going on and on. I was like, oh boy, Comedy Central.
Really?
I mean, they lost Trevor Noah. Now they're gonna have guest hosts, I guess.
Yeah. They're going to have Franken. That'll be interesting. Huh? What's that now? But yeah. Well, that's so. It's kind of there's a live audience there, and that's old. That's
Thank
kind of
God
old
for
school.
us. Yeah, well, it's funny. People, I love that because
I
it's
do
like
too.
we're so used to that. That's like our comfort zone. We kind of have to be on.
Oh yeah.
I was on so much freaking methylphenidate.
Well, what the hell's that mean?
It's like concentrated Ritalin.
Whoa, is that where you're sick?
It was popping. What?
What were you just hungover?
No, I just fucking I get nervous when they keep changing the topics day of, and I want to have some jokes in my head locked and loaded just in case whichever way they go. But I took too. I was sick last week too. Fuck, everyone's getting sick here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something's going around. But let me just say, it was cool because I was watching you tweet jokes about Griner when she got released, and then I saw the show, and it was a lot of the same stuff, and that's so cool to see the process.
Yeah, well, that's what we all do.
I know, but
it's funny. It should
fun.
be the other way around. You should be doing the jokes on stage and then tweeting
That's
them because we have
true.
more followers on the social media than the 100 people you're performing for, whatever, at the cellar. But
Yeah.
we don't give a shit about the tweet, the tweets. So it's like
No.
that's the workout for the
Exactly.
stage.
It's an open mic, basically.
What were you this weekend? I guess we're back. Is this our New Year's app?
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
We gonna be ready for this New Year's I put together?
What do you got?
So the lady, she did the whole wedding. She killed it.
It was
And,
amazing.
Yeah, you guys were there. So she's like, "You suck. I hate you. I'm done. Mic drop. You got to do the honeymoon." And I said, shit. All right. Fair is fair. So we're going to Africa, as I mentioned. But the dates got all fucked up because I'm booking it. So there's like an open gap for 3 days before we go. And I said, fuck it. We're going to Amsterdam. So I just booked two tickets to Amsterdam.
So you're going from Amsterdam to Africa?
Yes.
How's that routing?
Not great. We got to go through D.C., then up to Buffalo. No. But,
Some weird guys driving you.
yeah, we got a guy on a boat. some open micer.
You don't have to throw away the edibles for Amsterdam, though.
Ah, good point.
That's
Good
nice.
point. But she's like, so I let you decide where we go, and it's just right to whores. That's just fun. I was like, that's pretty good.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
It mixes it up. You couldn't be more different. Africa, Amsterdam, that'll be...
Exactly. We'll
Is
do
she
some-
excited for that?
Oh, yeah. We've always wanted to go. The canals, the weed cakes, the bikes, the people. Tallest people in the world, Dutch.
Huh, really?
Yeah.
Not a lot of
on
NBA
average.
players, though.
Well, they're white. They tend to be. I'm sure there's a Dutch NBA.
Was
huh?
Rick Smits Dutch?
Oh,
Maybe he was Dutch.
Or the Flying
Smits.
Dutchman. They call him the Flying Dutchman.
Yeah, there
That
we
was his
go.
nickname.
There you go.
All right.
Going Dutch. You think they hate that?
I wonder.
Going Dutch. That must be from them.
Yeah, so I think I figured this out. I didn't look this up at all. But going Dutch, I think, means split.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
Dutch doors. Split.
Oh.
We're going Dutch. We're splitting the bill. There's another one, too.
Give it a goog. That's
Dutch
pretty good.
uncle. I think that means, what does that mean? Someone gives you money?
There's Dutch oven.
Dutch
which is
oven,
when you
which is?
fart under a blanket with a kid.
Okay, I think
The
it comes from
kid?
an actual Dutch
Could be
oven, though.
anyone.
It could be
With a
anyone, I
kid?
guess.
Why
but
is a kid involved?
Well, I did it when I was a kid to
Oh,
other
okay.
kids. I'm saying I'm not R. Kellying here, but it's kind of a harmless crime. It's just a scent.
Yeah, that's always like when you've been in a relationship too long and you're just like, I don't give a shit, and you do it, and they're like, what the fuck? And you're like, that was for me.
I'm trying to end
Right.
this thing.
Every once in a while, it's for me.
Yeah, that's the difference between men and women right there.
It is amazing how like early on in the relationship you just won't fart, and then cut to like 2 months you're shitting with the door open. It really is amazing.
Completely.
The comfort zone where you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah. I'll be
It-
shitting and I'm like, can you hand me my phone? And she's like, here you go. You know,
You
it's-
must fart on a first
Oh, yeah.
date. You
Well,
don't care.
first date, I don't know. That's tough. Depends on the girl. I got to feel it out. But
Yeah.
sometimes girls love it. Sometimes, like Michelle Wolf, if you fart around her, she is on the floor.
Yeah.
She's like,
Well, she's a comic.
She's
you
a
know?
comic. But
Yeah.
some girls are like, all right, I got to go. This is crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I got another fucking wreck for you.
Mm.
New York City winter Sichuan Chinese.
Oh.
Get a little braised fish with chili sauce. Went with my brother the other day, and oh my god, fucking find a Sichuan spot.
I love Szechuan. So
I mean,
good.
we three of us have done it a decent amount.
Oh, yeah.
together.
Look at that spice.
Now, is this Christmas Day?
Oh, I'll be doing a Christmas Day for sure. Watching all day basketball. You better believe it. I got a pee for you that goes off this too. I was with my brother the other night. You ever run into someone and they and you say, "Oh, I brought him to the cellar with me," and I go, "Oh, this is my brother," and they go, "I didn't know you had a brother. You've never mentioned him.
Oh, yeah.
You've never." And it's like, who is this for?
Right, right.
You're not making either of us feel good here.
Right.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He's uncomfortable. I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You've never ever mentioned. It's almost like he doesn't matter to you, and he
Thank
doesn't
you.
exist.
But it's also calling out your relationship with your friend. Like, we're not close enough that I would tell you I have a brother. Or I
It's
may have
calling
told
out
you
like
or you
everything.
didn't listen.
Nothing good comes of it.
Yeah.
Nothing. But people do that shit a lot. Isn't that weird?
They really do, yeah. I've had people do that with girlfriends. They're like, you have a girlfriend? You've never mentioned her. I'm like, Jesus
This
Christ.
is my other girlfriend.
Yeah. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, second date. We're making moves. All right, but yeah, people do that. It's
That's a
brutal.
peeve. That's a real peeve.
Good peeve.
Peeve.
Could be a bit there. I got some wicked people. Let me just say, as a rec, since we talked about men and women,
Do it.
Neil Brennan special. He's got one of my favorite jokes I've ever heard about. He's talking about men
He
and
wants
women.
to come on here. He's coming on soon.
Oh, he is?
Yeah. We
Great.
tried to get him last week, but you were gone and then I was sick, so it was kind of just like a no-go. But
Well, he's got a great bit about how he's talking about men and women and how women don't do sound effects. He's like, I've never heard a woman do a sound effects. You know, guys come in with a story, they're like, you know, you've never seen a woman do that. I was like, that is such a great observation.
I love a good observation.
Brilliant. So true.
It's weird when it's like it feels so good when you notice something too that you're just like, oh, no one's noticed this.
I know. I
That's-
love that.
I mean, that's like half. Sometimes the observation is like the hard part is then having a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're like, well, fuck, this observation's so good. How do I follow this up?
Exactly. You almost can't even follow how good the observation is with a joke. And it's harder to catch an observation when it's something you never see.
Yeah.
You know, you see, oh, this happens a lot. But if it's like you never see a woman make sense, you're like, oh, yeah. It's harder to notice the ones that don't happen.
That aren't there.
Yeah, which is even more impressive.
Yeah. No, then you go with the act out. That's a good one, though. That's a great.
Yeah.
Where are you guys at with act outs? Because I was with a comic and he was like, I've got 3 act outs. I'm trying to get it down to 2. And I was like, why? It works.
Yeah, if it works. I mean, you don't want to be doing backflips as your punchlines, I guess,
Yeah.
but if it works.
I'm a big fan of humping stools.
Oh, my God.
No, I think if it depends on your act, obviously, right? Like for someone like me, I'm not a big act out guy, but then when you do one, it sometimes hits harder because you don't normally do it.
Right.
You know, like sometimes you like heard like an old Nick DiPaolo album or something, and he'll do a sound effect out of nowhere, and you're like, oh, I didn't know he could do that.
Yeah.
So it gets an even bigger laugh.
Totally. A style change.
Yeah, but if that's the whole act, it's not my personal preference. But there are people who are great at it, so it can be really good.
But 3 in an hour is not too much for.
No.
I think it all depends on your act. No, of course not. I mean, how many act outs does Pryor do? And they're
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're
if you're
great.
great at it, then you're great at it.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a couple peeves here. First,
Love it.
do you ever get this one? This is kind of similar to yours. Where they go, so I'm in Buffalo and they go, oh, you live in New York City? Oh, yeah. Do you know Bob Johnson? I don't know Bob Johnson. All right. What about Rick Simpson? I'm like, no, I don't know. And they keep asking me if I know people who live in a certain town. They're like, you were just in San
Are they
Francisco.
comics?
I don't think so. They're just like, oh, you know this guy? Because he also lives in New York.
What the
Or
hell?
I'm going to San Francisco. Oh, you going there? Yeah, you been there before? You know Chet Sanders? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know anybody. And now you feel like an asshole because you keep turning the guy down. You're like, no,
I'd
I don't
love to
know.
know a Chet.
Yeah. that'd
We
be
need a
great.
Chet in the rotation.
Chets are tough.
Chets are hard to find.
Well, that's the bully in Weird Science. Chet.
Chet.
It was like the scary white guy.
A good
Oh,
Chet
Chet
is-
Hanks.
Chet Hanks.
He's funny.
What
the
about?
food's here.
Yeah, that's a weird one. I don't like, and also it's like, do you know what the population in New York is?
I know,
Oh.
exactly.
Because the thing is, you go to some of these small towns and they do know everybody. Like I had we were in Springfield, Missouri, and my friend Liam Nelson is opening, and he has all these girls coming to see him. Tall kid, he's like 7 feet tall, and all these girls come out to see him at the show. He's hosting, and the guy goes, he said, "Let me see a picture of her." He goes, "I might have fucked her." That's how small the town is.
Oh my
yeah.
And he's like, "I haven't." We're like, "All right,
That makes sense. Small town,
small
but
town."
I think people just don't know what to say. So like, oh, New York, I know a guy. Maybe you know him. We can connect on that. But now I just feel bad because I keep saying, no, I don't know him. No, I don't know him. Like, assume I know no one. Tell the story.
It is weird. I mean, New York is. Why would you know just a random person?
It's
If it's
crazy.
in your field, I get it because comics, we know
Right.
most comics.
Sure.
But yeah, that's a definite annoying peeve.
Brutally annoying. And I think he was also trying to show me that he knew a lot of people.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm friends with this guy. You know him? What about this guy? He works for him. You know that guy? It's like, I don't know anybody.
Before we go, have you ever seen this Chet Hanks clip?
Oh, it's great.
What
He,
is it?
he was on Z-Way, and she tried to get him to apologize for his Jamaican accent. He does like a fantastic Jamaican accent.
Oh, does he?
I mean, like spot on. Anyway, she tried to get him to apologize for it.
Can you make it louder?
Hold on, can you make that louder, Peters?
I can't really
Oh,
hear it.
shit. I'm sorry. All right.
Uh-oh. This is bombing worse than a Franklin clip. Franken. Shit.
Huh?
All right. That was a big huh. All right, never mind.
Yeah.
It's a great clip. I've seen it. It's really funny.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
Oh, yeah.
Is his mom Rita Wilson?
I don't think so.
Oh. Are there other Hankses? I thought it was a nuclear
Colin
Because
family.
I feel like she would set this straight. Nope. It's his mom.
Oh, it is his mom.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
But Colin Hanks, that's not his mom, right?
We're gonna get to the bottom
He
of
looks
that.
just like Tom. And a hell of an actor, Colin.
He is really good.
He's good.
Orange County was underrated.
Man.
Oh,
Lube.
yeah.
Great cast too. You got like John Lithgow, Catherine O'Hara, Jack Black, obviously. But I'm like, damn, this
Yeah.
is like kind of a stacked
That's true.
comedy cast.
Was that
That's his mom.
Fairly?
I don't think it was fairly.
Which
film?
But they had a fucking run. Orange County,
Yeah, they had a run.
underrated.
Then they came around and did Green Book. Green Book? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has another one out with Woody Harrelson is coaching a team of mentally challenged kids, and I'm like, all right, this is a tightrope walk.
Yeah.
for sure.
Jay Kasdan. I wonder if that's
Oh, he's done a
Kasdan.
lot of shit.
Kasdan's son.
He is.
Really?
Yeah, Lawrence Kasdan.
All right.
Screenwriting extraordinaire.
Hey, there we go.
Didn't he write
Writer
Body
Mike
Heat?
White.
Whoa!
From
White
White Lotus.
Lotus.
He's in it. He's the teacher
Oh, is he?
in it, yeah.
I've never seen it.
Oh, yeah. He's also in School of Rock.
That's another great one.
Another great one.
Dude, who else? That's like Jack Black's greatness, where you're like,
Yes.
how many people can have done that role well?
Exactly.
He fucking killed that. That was like right after High Fidelity. I feel like it
Yes.
was his breakout, but then School of Rock, it was like, oh, you're a fucking star, dude.
Yeah. Man, he killed it. He really popped, and then I feel like he's kind of fizzled.
No, he's fucking. He was in the Jumanji movies. He's in Tropic Thunder. He's in.
Oh, yeah, he was
dude,
great
pull
in
up.
that.
Do you see the clip of him in the new Weird Al movie?
Oh, did you see that?
I just watched a few clips. My friend was showing me the clips. They're so fucking funny.
I gotta watch. I'm a huge Weird Al fan.
Dude, pull up. Just go to like 2 minutes into. Are we allowed to play this, Peters, or no? All right. Go to Another One Rides the Bus because Jack Black's in this scene.
Is it?
No. Go to
No,
Weird
Original.
Al
That's
movie.
Weird Al.
Weird Al movie. Another One Rides the Bus. It's fucking incredibly funny how they do this.
So apparently the movie's very tongue-in-cheek. Like, they're doing all the tropes, all the cliches.
They're mocking the biopic.
Exactly.
Every clip I've seen is I got to watch the whole movie. It looks hilarious.
Oh, I grew up loving this guy.
Me too, dude.
Eat it.
Yeah, this is the scene, I think, but can we get better quality? This is.
Uh-oh.
Why is the audio working?
Yeah, fuck it. Why are we even trying
Oh,
this?
shit. Is this going to work with our guest later?
Our guest is not going to.
Oh, that's headphones.
Oh, maybe we have to put headphones on.
Nothing.
Nothing.
All right. I'll do this while you're.
Well,
on.
I got one more peeve while you queefs are doing the tech.
What
How
do you
about
got?
this? And this is where I become a cunt. But you ever walk into a restaurant and right before you open the door, a group walks in right in front of you, and it throws your whole Chipotle day off because they got to go in the line and they go, "What do you have here?" And you're like,
Oh.
"Oh, I was just almost in front of you, and now my whole day."
And you knew what you wanted.
Yes.
The slow orderer sliding in.
Oh, the slide in.
It's same thing when you're trying to get on the you know. Oh, here it is. Yeah, you got it now. He challenged them to write a song off the cuff and says you can't do it, and that's the guy from Queen, the bass player.
Oh, wow.
So he's saying you can't come up with a song for Another One Bites the Dust.
Riding in the bus down the boulevard, and the place was pretty packed. I couldn't find a seat, so I had to stand with the perverts in the back. You were smelling like a locker room. There was junk all over the floor. We're already packed in like sardines, but we're stopping to pick up more. Look out!
Jack Black is
Another
more
one
emotional
rides the
than
bus.
regular motion.
Yeah.
Another one rides the bus, and another comes on, and another comes on. Another one rides the bus. Hey, he's gonna sit by you. Another one rides the bus.
Conan.
Another one rides the bus. Another one rides the bus. Ow! Another one rides the bus. Hey, hey! Another one rides the bus. Hey, 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 hey.
I mean,
All
Harry
right.
Potter's playing it like Jack Black.
Yeah.
The window doesn't open and the fan is broke.
That's
and my
true.
face is turned
It's really
blue. I haven't
it's a
been
fun
in a
idea to
band
mock
like this
biopics
since
because he's
the
mocking.
last
It's like
year
it's
ago.
meta. It's like
Yeah, it's the parody guy's doing a parody.
Yeah.
There isn't any
really
room
it.
for me.
It is
kinda
Hey,
clever.
now we're gonna pick up
Good
more,
for Weird Al.
yeah. Another one rides the bus.
And I mean, damn, Jack Black just is never not.
He's a talent.
Amazing.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Yeah.
We were at the roast. Remember? We went to his roast.
That's right.
Schumer brought us.
That's right.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was kind of old school. It was Midtown. A lot of old roaster guys there.
That was awesome. Yeah, to go off your peeve, though, I mean, the guy who slides in front and doesn't know what the fuck. This is a city where you better know what the fuck you want. And you better know how to
Yes.
do shit. When you're trying to get on the subway and the guy slides in, then it's always the dude who doesn't know how to work a Metro card.
I know.
He's like, what? And you're like, dude, I had it.
Yes.
I fucking had it.
Exactly. It's kind of like when you go to the grocery and some guy's got 900 carts and you're like, dude, I got one pair. Let me get through with the pair. And he's like, all right, you go with the pair. They should be allowed to do that with restaurants. Like, hey, I know what I want. I'm in, I'm out. I'm a pro. You've never been to, what's it, Just a Salad or whatever the hell this place is called. Sweet Green.
Mm-hmm.
It's just lack of awareness. Like, you ever see the guy on the like I saw this the other day, it was raining. It wasn't like super hard, but it was hard enough to be annoying. 3 people in a row, they all have umbrellas. They're blocking the whole street, and I just watched a person trying to get around them the whole time. And it was like a Chaplin thing. This woman's just like, like
Yeah.
so annoying. She's like, ugh.
Right.
And they didn't even notice her. It was hilarious. You
Oh,
know?
that's good stuff. These
Yeah.
umbrella people they're menaces. I get
hate
somebody
it.
walking by, I go straight up. I go, you guys got it.
Or and then the people that they try to like weave through people with the umbrella. I'm like, that's a sharp thing.
Oh, yeah.
You can take out a fucking eye with that thing.
I know. Now everybody else ends up bobbing and weaving for your umbrella.
Terrible
All right,
people.
last one.
Love these peeps though.
How about this guy, the guy who can't answer a question with a yes or no? You go, what are you from? You from Denver? And he goes, well, it's a long story. I actually was. My parents, they met in Saigon, in '88, and I'm like, get to it! All I need to know is Denver, yes or no?
You got me. You had me. It's a long story.
Oh,
That's a peeve. It's a
yeah.
long story. What do you think this is? Your fucking coming out party? Just fucking tell the
Yes.
story.
And I don't even really give a shit about where you're from. I was just trying to make a small talk, but you've made it big talk.
It's a long story. What is this? A 10-part Netflix series?
Yeah.
Don't make it a murder of this shit. Just tell me the fucking story. Give me the
Exactly.
trailer of the story.
Trailer.
More trailers, less full-part series.
Right. It's like your bit with the YouTube where I want to tap the guy's forehead. Like, let me just get to the
Yeah.
meat of this here. I don't need the full parents meeting. And it was everything. I'm like, how much time you doing? He's like, well, I have like 40. I'm like, just say 20, 30, 10.
Oh my
I don't need to
God.
know how much time you have
Who
total.
are these people you're opening for you? There's another one. It's like, I always want to do a bit. I never did this, but like about how the... You ever tell like someone's telling a story and you're just like, oh my God, and it's like an Uber. It's like you're calling an Uber.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, how long is this gonna be? And then it's like when you look down, you think it's gonna be like 4 minutes, but you look down, you're like, now it's 9 minutes.
Ah, right.
Matt Ruby has a
exactly.
joke about that.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
This was like years ago. I wrote this premise.
Oh,
I
tell me.
never did shit with it, but it was like I was like, oh, this is like, I don't know.
He said the only way I can explain to you how time lapses when you're doing mushrooms is like you looking at your Uber app and your Uber says it'll be there in 4 minutes, and you wait 3 minutes, look about it, it says 6 minutes. You're like, how is this possible? It's
Right.
time travel. Yeah.
See, Uber's a cum guzzler because if you're not ready when the Uber's there, they cancel, they charge you, but they can just keep going up in time. I'm like, you
Totally.
said 6 minutes at 11:11.
Oh, and they cancel on you all the time.
And then they cancel on you. And I'm
How
like,
about I get $5 if you cancel?
exactly. Yes. Where's your penalty?
No penalty.
No penalty. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
is that the right expression here?
I've heard that, I think. But,
I got another rec.
all right.
We're in rec peeve mode because it's been a while since it's just been us.
Yes, we're loaded up.
I was watching TV the other day. Almost Famous comes on.
Oh, I love this movie.
That's a great movie.
Great movie.
That's
Great
really,
movie.
dude. And Philip Seymour Hoffman, that movie. Holy shit, he's funny.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So
Golden
good.
God. Golden
Buster
God,
Banks.
Lock the Gates,
Marin.
Penny Lane, Marin, yeah. So good. That movie, you feel it. That's a real Cameron Crowe.
She's wonderful in it.
Kills it.
Kate Hudson is so good.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a great movie.
That's her peak, I think. I think that's where she peaked.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, she was in a lot of bad movies after that, but she's
That would
she's
be her peak then.
yeah, no, I agree. I mean, no, but when you do a shitload of like big commercial blockbusters, I mean,
Yeah.
they all. This was like her artistic peak.
Okay.
How to Lose
know?
a Career in 10 Days.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah,
I think she's doing all right.
she's doing. I'm joking, but I got a thing for her and her mom. Isn't that fun when you want to fuck both?
Do you still want to fuck Goldie
Oh
Hawn?
yeah.
Really?
Oh, I would
She
do
gotta
it.
be up. How old is she?
She's
Look it
got to
up.
be 90.
Would you bang
85?
a 90-year-old Goldie Hawn?
I would definitely take old
Have a
Goldie.
little look here. Oh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
I've done worse.
You take a Goldie shower?
Oh, I was going with Oldie Hawn, but yeah, that's good.
She looks like a Bruce Valanche, but yeah, I'm not opposed. She's got the big. I love a big old mouth. She got implants over the years.
A mouth implant?
No, I'm gonna
Breast?
give her a mouth implant. But she got bosom, breast implants. These things. Yeah, and is she still with Kurt?
It looks
think
like
so.
it.
Wow, that gives you hope, huh? He's a hunk.
That's a cool Hollywood
That's cool.
marriage.
Great couple.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this podcast or he's going to go Hateful Eight on your ass.
Hateful 80. But, yeah. Did we get an age?
Oh, I'm sorry, no.
But yeah, she looks. I would still do her. I'd do. Obviously, I do Kate.
77.
Oh,
She's up there. Hey, underrated, a good chick flick. Every once in a while there's a chick flick that's actually a good chick flick.
Oh, yeah.
First Wives Club.
Really?
Solid.
Mm.
Peters? Salamanca, anyone? What do you think?
Goldie,
Diane Keaton,
and
Midler.
Midler. Hey, that's a good trio.
That's a good
No
trio.
Bette Midler? 1996.
I think it was pretty funny.
Yeah, I've actually never seen it.
Is that it looks like a Nora Ephron.
All right.
All right.
What?
We got a lot of range on this pod.
I got another. Oh no! Don't play the whole trailer.
Okay.
What happened? How did we get the audio going though? Now I got. Did I mention the Fatty Arbuckle thing last week with Ari or no?
Oh, I love Fatty Arbuckle.
Did I mention this book called Frame Up about Roscoe Fatty Arbuckle?
Yeah.
The trial about how he was like fucked over and his career was ended. And he didn't. Dude, this is the most cinematic book I've ever read. I'm like, how has this not been a movie? The stories are insane. It's like literally, the worst childhood, horrible, horrible dad. And there's a story about him going to, takes a long train ride to go live with his dad after his mom dies. And if you don't know who he was a big silent movie star, the biggest silent movie star.
Huge
highest paid before he was framed for killing a woman.
Maybe
what
the
was his
first
shtick as a movie star.
He was the fat guy.
He invented the pie throw.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? And it's hilarious the way they write about it. Like Fatty could throw pies all sorts of ways, behind the back, he could sling them. Like he could do all kinds of throws. But he's a kid. He's like a child. It's like the most tragic childhood.
Oh yeah.
He takes a train ride to see his dad. His dad, I guess, owned this hotel, and he went there to go see his dad after his mom died. And when he gets there, the dad had fled town because he heard his son was coming. So he sold the hotel. So he goes in there, and they're like, oh, poor kid. So they feed him, and they're like laughing at how much he eats. And then they have a talent show one night, and he goes on and sings, and they're like, holy shit.
What?
And then he's got an opera voice. He's incredible. And of course, it's like classic showbiz. Once he starts blowing up, the dad is like, Sonny boy.
Oh, wow.
It's so dark, but yeah, crazy. And by the way, a woman that he did all these movies with, her name, Mabel Normand.
Whoa.
Yeah, I wonder if there's any relation, but crazy. I mean, all the stories, like the studio head was fucking her, and then, it was on and off again. He never fully commit to her, and she walks in on him with another woman and hits her head and had to have like surgery, and she was never the same.
She hit the other woman.
No, it hit her in the head. Like something landed on her. She hit her head somehow. Wasn't completely clear, but she's never the same.
So what's the frame up? Is it the bottle incident, the rape thing?
Yeah.
How was he framed?
I don't know. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like 150 pages in, but it's great.
Where's that movie, by the way? They should make a movie with.
It was supposed to be Chris Farley.
Oh, that would be something.
But it was like a Hollywood party, is what I think. And let me finish the book, and I'll tell you.
Right.
Crazy that
just started this, and it's great.
The lengths the dad went to hide from the son, selling a hotel and all that shit.
Terrible person.
Insane. It's a kid. You could just say, he's full of shit. He's deranged.
Shout out Dana Gould for telling me to pick this one up. It's a good one.
Hell yeah.
He's obsessed with this story. Great comedian Dana Gould. Follow it. He's been posting great clips on Instagram.
Yeah.
You sent me one the other day. It's
so good.
So good.
Love the Gould. One of the best comics.
Gotta get him
working.
on here.
Oh, that'd be great. Oh yeah, and The Simpsons. Just that guy's got such a resume.
Great resume.
By the way, I've been watching Family Guy. It's amazing what they get away with.
Yeah.
They are dark.
Which one? Which clip?
Oh, well, there's so many, but I just saw the one where it's like the Olympics and it's a row of runners and they shoot the gun and all the white guys take off and they're like, "Hey, look at us, we're doing great." And then the black guy's like, "All right, I guess we should start now." And then they take off and the white guys are like, "They're gonna get our wallets." But it's wild. And there's 3 other jokes I'm forgetting, but good stuff.
Yeah. I remember, it's funny, but black dudes love that show.
Oh, yeah.
I remember we'd watch it. I went to Sixers basketball camp in Philly when I was like 17. I went for like a week, and we all just like in this bunk with one TV, and we would just watch Family Guy every night before bed, and it would fucking murder.
Oh, isn't that the best?
You've never seen people laugh at this shit. Like, it was like back in the day when you go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
There aren't many comedy movies you go to a theater and get the laugh.
I love it.
You know what movie I just saw that's killer? The Banshees of Inisherin.
Oh, I'm dying with Colin Farrell.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
dying to see it.
He's phenomenal. And
Yeah.
Brendan Gleeson. It's that playwright, Martin McDonough, who made all those plays, Pillow Man, Cripple of Anishman, the Beauty Queen of Linain. I'm sorry if I'm butchering the names. Yeah, it's dark as fucking weird.
Yeah? Is it funny like the other one?
Yeah, it's funny.
Great.
It's weird and funny and uncomfortable as hell.
I'm
I saw
in.
it with my mom, and she was laughing really hard.
Oh, shit.
And there were parts where I was like, this is funny to you?
Wait, let's get this clip real quick, because this is a classic.
Oh, what is this?
Excuse me, ma'am. No porn at the bar.
Oh, it's okay. I'm transgender.
Oh, I had no idea. Do whatever you want all the time.
Oh my God.
What did he say?
Hilarious.
It's okay. Do whatever you want all the time.
That's pretty fucking great.
That's comedy for you, folks.
Damn, they really get it for Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're grandfathered in.
They are.
It's like South Park,
South
Family
Park.
Guy. They're like kind of just like, this is what we do.
Well,
Yeah.
once you throw Married with Children out there 20 years ago, people were like, all right, we're out. You guys just run the asylum. We can't even touch this shit.
So good.
It does seem like there's a sad thing now. And look, you could look at it either way, but a lot of people are going back to Seinfeld, going back to The Office. The Office is like the number one show, and it's 25 years old or whatever the hell it is, maybe 20, 10. But it feels like we got to go back a little bit to see some comedy sometimes, and that's a bummer. I guess stand-up is really moving.
Well,
but
I
shows.
don't like all these articles where like, wasn't there the viral thing with Mindy Kaling?
Yeah.
Like, all these characters would be canceled. I'm like, they're characters.
I know, and you wrote them, and
like,
you're rich off of
like,
it.
But it's just weird to me when we're like, these characters would be canceled. It's like, yeah, we're laughing at the characters.
Right,
You're
exactly.
allowed to, I don't get why this is. Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't
great
know.
point.
It's so strange to me.
It's strange. It's like All in the Family, number one show in the world, hilarious show. We're laughing because the guy's a fat idiot, like he's a racist bigot,
Yeah,
and we're laughing at him.
Yeah.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird how we have to, and you just see how much the goalpost is like coming. It's like more in the last 10 years probably than in any 10-year period.
Oh yeah,
Comedically,
for
right?
sure. Well,
I mean,
social media, I assume, because now
Yeah.
everybody can be like, no, and then corporations are like, all right, well, we
That's
don't,
what it is.
We don't want to get in
That's-
trouble.
yeah, they're more scared than ever, but whatever. I mean, we're having fun, and that's
We're
why
having
it's great to
fun.
be a comic. You really can do whatever you want.
Yeah, and
For the next 2 years, this podcast shit lasts, and then
Yeah.
we'll be out on the street.
By the way, 100,000 subs on YouTube.
Oh,
Mazel tov.
hell yeah! That's what Fatty Arbuckle ate. 100,000 subs. All right.
Buffalo. I almost said Buffalo Trace. Bodega Cat Whiskey.
Yeah.
Suck it, Buffalo Trace.
You wish.
BodegaCatWhiskey.com. Hey, this is going to be everywhere in the new year, so get ready. It's already at Specs and all Specs in Texas. If you're near
Yes.
Specs liquor store, BodegaCatWhiskey.com. We're everywhere. I mean, this is good whiskey.
Hell yeah. Get some quick. Get on the Patreon. And I'm a little excited and nervous about our guest. This guy's a big get.
We've never done a
big
Zoom,
fish.
but he's in LA, and we figured, we just had a special come out. It'd be cool to have him on. So
Who is
he's
it?
our Mark.
The Italian himself, Sebastian Maniscalco.
So we'll be back in a minute with Sebastian. So
Oh
stay
yeah.
with us.
Welcome to Hoodie Hour with Mark and Sam. Wait, do we cut? Hey folks, this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. When you're on top of the world, you can do great things. But if life gets you bogged down and you can't do anything, you feel overwhelmed. Working with a therapist makes you more prepared to take on everything life throws at you. We love therapy. We're in therapy. Highly recommend it. Get the garbage out. It's building up in your head. You can't fester. Everybody's festering about something. I don't care who you are, Kanye or anybody else. BetterHelp is convenient, flexible, affordable, and entirely online. Fill out a brief questionnaire, get matched with a licensed therapist, and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Easy peasy. Tell them how to do it.
If you want to live a more empowered life, Kanye, therapists can get you there. Visit BetterHelp.com/drunk today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/drunk.
Yes.
Start off 2023 with your own personal chef. Factor shops, preps, cooks, and deliveries to your door so you can enjoy chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, minus the hassle. These fresh, never-frozen meals are delicious and nutritious. We love these guys. Their chef's choice options always taste great. They're simple, like Kanye. And with calorie smart and keto options, Factor meals are perfectly portioned to keep you on track with your goals. Factor now offers over 34 meals per week and over 3 dozen add-on options. Each Factor meal arrives pre-prepared by their team of chefs, ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. Tell them how, Mark.
Go to factor75.com/drunk60. Use code DRUNK60 to get 60% off your first box. That's DRUNK60 at go.factor75.com/drunk60 to get 60% off your first box. Get on it. Oh, you got the hoodie memo.
Oh, look at that. Look at us.
All right, that was the last fart. And let us know, Peter, so we'll start going. Hey, folks, here we are with our first Zoom guest. We're honored to have you. We're big fans. Sebastian Maniscalco, everybody.
What's up? So do you normally do this on, was there an option to come sit on the couch with you guys?
Yeah, we're in New York. We'd love to have you.
Oh, you're in New York. You're in New York.
Yeah,
okay,
no,
that's fine.
if you're in New York, come by and have a drink with us. We got a full bar, you know.
Oh, yeah, we're alcoholics.
Do you drink, Sebastian?
Yeah.
What's your drink?
I'm a wine guy, but if I'm not doing wine, I'll have a tequila on the rocks. But that's kind of where I live, in those two neighborhoods.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, you're so busy you can't be hungover anymore.
I could be hangover.
But you have a full day. I feel like you must, especially now with like a special out, you're doing. There's a full on. I see you everywhere. I'm like, I turn my TV. I'm like CBS Sunday Morning, Sebastian, everywhere. So is that exhausting right now?
Well, you know what? I'm not really busy right now. I mean, I kind of did all that press leading up to the release of the special, but now I'm just chilling out, hanging out at the house. I got two small kids, 5 and 3. So, yeah, right now, it's not a busy time for me. It was, but I'm taking some time off touring. I think I'm going to take about a year and a half off and just kind of relax, live my life a little bit, because I've been kind of burning with touring for the last, the only time I took off was really COVID. So now it's time to take off again.
Yeah, I mean, please take off, because we have the same manager, and they keep comparing me to you. Like, well, Sebastian did about 38 shows on Saturday, and I'm like, come on! I can't move the tickets. It's a little different.
Yeah, no, it's not a pressure to sell tickets. When you're out there, you always want to fill the room, make sure people are buying tickets. So yeah, it's a little nerve wracking.
Yeah, I mean, I saw you at the Garden. I don't know when, 8 months ago, and then you did the Barclays, and then you did Prudential in Jersey. I was like, this guy's an animal. I didn't know there was that many guineas in this tri-state area.
I'm telling you, man, I'm pulling them out of the basement. I come to town, the whole Italian community apparently comes out, which, is nice. I mean, it's been, I did a couple jokes early on in my special that I didn't really know would land, because I thought they were too specific to the Italian community. And I'm really glad I did, because it brought a lot of those people out to the shows. I got the Italians on lockdown.
Oh, yeah, and the Jewish wife. That doesn't hurt.
Hey, you bring the Jews over too, and you got a nice little arena.
Oh, yeah.
What do you...
Or temple.
Your rise was kind of old school and kind of quiet. I remember, like, when you first started selling out at clubs, I would hear about it, and I'd be like, oh, I don't know this guy yet, and they'd be like, oh, he sold out this many shows. I was like,
yeah.
Oh wow. Was the first thing that really popped you up? Was it the Vince Vaughn comedy thing?
So when I did that came out in 2008, and that kind of launched me into just headlining clubs for. I think it was like $1,000 a week or $1,500 a week, whatever the pay was. And I got to quit my job waiting tables. And that's kind of what put me into just working as a comedian. And then, every year, you guys know, you do a club, and then the next year you go back to the club and more people come. And, it just kind of happens over a course of, for me, it was about 10 to 12 years, just kind of hitting the club scene and really working at it. And then, so you're right. There was no like big TV film or anything that kind of launched my career. Stand-up was just kind of just doing stand-up comedy.
That's impressive.
It's very old school. It's a few people like that. I mean, it's like you. There's Gaffigan. There's
Regan.
Regan Burr is like that. I feel like. I mean, but it's hard not to blow up these days without something else.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, especially now with these podcasts, a lot of people do a podcast. It becomes extremely popular, and if they're stand-up comedians, they tour off the shoulders of their podcast, and the podcast listeners come out to see them do stand-up. So I think that when I came up, I started in 1998, there was really no other outlets for comedians. I mean, social media wasn't as big as it was now. So the way I just went about it was, if I'm going to be a comedian, I'm going to have to get up on stage every night and kind of work at this. And that's kind of the way, but now it's a whole different game. I mean, you got people calling themselves comedians. When I hear the word comedian, I don't know how you guys look at this. I just think of stand-up.
Right.
I don't think of like you're funny because you're doing something on your Instagram page. I look at it as strictly stand-up. But comedian, I think over the last 5 to 7 years have become very broad, and there's a lot of different opportunities for people who are funny that are excelling through these channels and platforms that maybe weren't readily available 20, 25 years ago.
Totally. Like, Will Ferrell, obviously a hilarious guy, tried stand-up and was like, this is too hard. And I love that. I secretly, selfishly, I'm like, hell yeah, bitch. You can't do this shit. We're in the trenches. It's hell. We're getting heckled. The drunks, check spot, chicken wings. Come on.
Does any part of you miss that now that you're doing arenas and stuff? Does any part of you like, man, it was kind of fun fending off drunks, late show in Tampa? Is any part of you miss that?
No, I love the comedy club experience. I think that's the way comedy should be enjoyed in a comedy club, 200 people, 250 people, whatever it is. You lose a lot of that intimacy once you start doing a theater or arena. You don't have that kind of connection you might have with a small group of people. So yeah, I mean, I live out in Los Angeles, love going to the Comedy Store while I'm here and working stuff out. Those nights are actually the most enjoyable nights for me, is the kind of comedy club working out the material opposed to, showcasing it in front of a large audience. I still like the comedy club days.
Yeah, I mean, I used to see you at Gotham, and Mazzilli, the owner of Gotham, would always tap me and go like, this guy's the biggest guy no one's ever heard of. Huge. And you would sell out like 6 shows.
Yeah, Gotham was one of those clubs that was, I don't know, it was really good to me. And then I was a little apprehensive to move on to a theater crowd because I'm like, I don't even, I'm selling out a comedy club, but I don't know if I could sell out a theater, and I wanted to stay in the comedy clubs as long as I possibly could, but it got to be a little bit tiring, doing 2 shows a night for 6, 7 nights. It was just a little too taxing. Not like I'm breaking concrete, but just when you're talking up there for 2 shows a night, your voice gets shot. So but yeah, the comedy club is just no better experience.
And you're also performing. I mean, you're like really putting on a show. I mean, I told my agent I was sick as hell in Phoenix a few weeks ago, and I did the shows. This is how I perform. I talk like this. This is it. It's monotone. It's no performance. I said, like, if I were Sebastian, this weekend would have been fucking canceled. If I had to actually perform and do real, because your new special is one thing I really like about it is like, you're like an old school guy. You're in Vegas. It's old Vegas, the vibe. You get people in the crowd to dress up.
Yeah.
There's something really old time, like almost out of place in time about it,
Yeah, I've always been an older soul, growing up, even in my early 20s, I was, I just felt like I was older than my years. And for this new special, I decided, you know what? Entertainment to me has kind of, I don't know, it used to be like something about it when I was growing up and I was watching, whether it be a performer, a singer, a comedian, whatever. It just seemed like even I should say, not growing up, before the 50s, the 60s seemed like it was just entertainment was like, man, where is Hollywood?
Yeah.
It didn't even seem like it was a real place, and there was like a mystique about it. And I think over the years that mystique has kind of been lost. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool to kind of pay homage to that time by doing a special and wearing a tuxedo. I don't normally perform in a tuxedo, and it was a little I wasn't as physical as I normally am, just because it was a little restricting performing in a plus I was I had gained some weight, and in performing in the tuxedo was tight. So it was a little bit more a different vibe than I normally would do. But as performers, and you guys well know, it's like sometimes you get a little bored doing kind of the same thing day in and day out. You want to mix it up, you want to try new things, and I just kind of like evolving as a comedian.
Here, yeah. I just got married, so I also know what it's like to perform in a tuxedo. But let me just say this. We got a connection here, and I got to ask you about this because I only share this with a few people. Jerry is a fan, Seinfeld. I think he likes me. I'm too scared to text him. What's your move? I want to build a bond with him, but I can't. I don't want to bother him.
I wrestled with this.
Aha!
So you're not alone.
Thank you.
I don't think Jerry Seinfeld is much of a texter.
Oh.
Not that you will not get a text back, but I feel like, talk about old school. This guy's like I want to talk to you
right.
type of guy. So yeah, in the beginning of our relationship I didn't know what was appropriate.
Right.
Like, can I go, hey, did you see the game? I didn't
exactly.
know what.
It's like a hot chick.
Yes.
Where you're just like, just don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. But
yeah, exactly. It's a good analogy.
Is he when he came to your show? I remember being at Gotham too, and Chris Mazzilli was like, Seinfeld came to see Sebastian the other night.
Wow.
And I was like, whoa,
that's huge.
Were there people that come to your show? Does it ever throw you off when it's someone like that, or are you ever a little extra nervous?
Well, when he came, I was actually excited because I've been a big fan of Seinfeld since I was a kid. So when he was in the room, I wanted to, make sure that I brought not that I don't bring my A game, but like when he was there, I'm like, oh, Jerry Seinfeld's here. I'm going to smack him in the mouth with this material. So for him, it was a little bit more like excitement. Sometimes when somebody's in the crowd, I can't say that I worry about it. I don't really worry about it. No.
All right, but do you still chat with him?
I was in his movie.
Whoa.
What do you play in the movie?
I play a security guard at the Pop-Tart. It's about Pop-Tarts.
Right.
I'm a security guard at the Pop-Tart factory. And when I went in, again, I'm a little nervous doing movie roles just because that's not what I do day in and day out. Now I go to the set, I sit down, and he's directing and he's also starring in it. So the scene had himself, myself, Jim Gaffigan was in the scene. And I start doing the lines and he would say, cut, you flubbed the line. And now in my head, I'm like, oh shit, I'm screwing this up. And I go, what did I say? He goes, you said guy, and the word is man. I said it like I would probably normally say it. But here's the thing about Seinfeld. He wants it word perfect. how it's written is how you say it. And I was screwing up the lines because I was just doing it the way I would normally say it. And I start getting in my head and I start sweating. Now I'm sweating, nervous. And I'm starting to smell like BO.
Uh-oh.
Now, I don't have BO. I've never had it. I don't wear deodorant. I just don't emit odor when I sweat. So at lunch, I went in and I talked to the wardrobe and I go, I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but I think the jacket that I got on has BO. And he goes, no, it's an older jacket because it's a period piece. So it's like, it takes place in the 60s. So I'm wearing like this tweed jacket. And sure enough, he's like, we've heard about this. Let me blast the jacket with this like commercial grade spray. I'll leave it out in the sun and maybe that will do it. So I put it back on again. It didn't do anything. It still smelled. So I had to tell Seinfeld and the rest of the actors, listen, if you start smelling BO out of me, it ain't me. It's the jacket.
Right.
So yeah, so that's the last time I spoke to Seinfeld. There hasn't been really any communication. But if I were you, I would maybe start picking up the phone and giving him a shout. What's going on? How's it going? Because he loves to talk comedy.
Right. Okay.
You know?
It just feels bold to just, hey, ring, ring. Hey, Jer.
To our generation, it is bold.
Yeah, maybe
if
you're
someone
right.
calls me, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah,
text.
Right.
But
if Jerry Seinfeld called you, would you go, what the fuck are you doing?
Of course. No, I would
No.
punch my wife and kick her down the stairs and answer the phone.
No, I say you go with the call, man, because the texting, you're not going to get much.
Okay. This is big, but that's going to take, I'm going to have to prepare for 3 hours, meditate, take a walk, have a list of topics.
Well, if there's a reason to call, I would say you don't just call and ask what's going
Right.
on. I would call and ask him with like a specific question, or because you know what, this guy's been through it all on the stand-up side and the TV side. So having him as a friend and kind of a mentor is really a real add value in your life, just because if you ever had a question about anything in regards to stand-up, what a guy to have in your pocket to talk about it.
Totally. No, I'm honored. Just the fact that he knows my name is insane. One last question or whatever. I don't know how much time we have, but love the special. I felt like you've done how many now?
That was my 6th special.
Wow. This one felt like you were the most open. You opened up. Like you let the crowd into who you were more than because you're so observational. But this one, I felt like you kind of were like, all right, I'm being me. Screw it.
Yeah, I think that's just growing up and being, evolving as a comedian and being extremely comfortable on stage to like share things that maybe you weren't able to share 10 years ago. Maybe shed some light on some of what's going on in the world and poke fun at it so I appreciate you saying that. It was, still growing as a comedian, still learning and still trying to challenge myself. So you hope people enjoy it. As a comedian, when you put out these specials, you hope it does better or people like it
Right.
more than they did the others. But and I'm not a big review guy. I don't look at a lot of things that what people say or whatnot, but I skimmed some of the comments on this special and I noticed like some of the core fans were like, oh, we like when you are a little bit more physical or animated. This one we didn't really care for that much. But I think in the course of a career, and I actually heard this from Judd Apatow last night, that it takes 10 years for something to find its legs. You can judge it right now or anything like a movie, but maybe when you watch the same movie 10 years from now, it has a different effect on people. So I don't think it's, I don't know. You just put it out there and however it lives, it lives.
Yeah, and you got to do you. I mean, Bill Burr saw he said that about George Carlin. He's like, this guy would reinvent every special, and he's like, I don't care if you're coming with me. This is kind of who I am.
Yeah, I think, and also you don't have to look at reviews when you are focus testing this material by touring throughout the country.
Right.
You're getting a read. I mean, you do it long enough. We have a thing on this show where Mark and I complain a lot of pet peeves. A lot of your stand-up is pet peeves.
Yeah.
You have a lot of complaints about the world. One that sticks out to me, which I can't believe it's never made it on here, is you used to do a bit about dudes in flip-flops. Are there any pet peeves recently that just about humans that just bother you?
You know what bothers me, and I don't know if you're picking this up as we're talking here. Ring lights. I'm not into people. I got one on right now, but I don't like it when I'm watching something and I could see the ring light in the person's eyeball.
Oh, yeah.
Bothers me.
I can see that.
Another thing that bothers me is FaceTiming in public with no earphones.
Ooh,
Crazy.
That's
Those
a great peeve.
should be killed in the street. Psychos. Yeah. Who is that?
I don't know. I don't know. I think there's got to be like a technology etiquette class implemented into the public school system, teaching kids how to, behave with technology and what's appropriate moving forward.
Yeah, I was on a flight the other day. The guy's doing the music just on his phone, no headphone. It wasn't even like listen quietly, just full blast. You're like, there's other people around. What do you think this is?
Oh, it's even more awful. I've had the guy do the FaceTime next to me without headphones, and I was like, I can't move. I can't move away from you. I'm stuck listening to your shitty, boring
on a plane
conversation. Yeah, I mean, at least if they're doing the street, which it's still awful, at least you can get away.
True.
The hostage situation, public FaceTime, inexcusable.
Yeah,
awful.
I agree.
I got to ask you too. I mean, you got a movie coming out. De Niro's playing your dad. I'm sure you've been asked this to death, but I mean, first off, insane. And second off, like any good De Niro stories?
So, De Niro wanted to talk to my father because it's autobiographical. The movie, it's basically it's a love letter to my father, and De Niro wanted to talk to my dad about how he holds his cigar, how he wears his hat, what does he do when he's cutting hair? Because my dad's a beautician. So he said, I want him on set for the movie. Now, my dad is still cutting hair. He's 76 and he's still cutting hair. So he goes to the set and De Niro wanted him close by. Now, my dad is like, I gotta go back home and work. I ain't getting paid. So my dad and De Niro kind of became, I don't want to say friends, but they had like he spent 3 days with him in Oklahoma. He spent some time with him in Alabama while we're shooting. And I'm sitting there looking at this and I couldn't believe my dad is teaching Robert De Niro how to do a dye job on the set I co-wrote. So yeah, it just, again, when I got into comedy in 1998, I could have never imagined that, De Niro would be playing my father in a movie, which again was like anxiety. I had so much anxiety during that whole process because, I'm working with arguably one of the greatest actors of all time. And I just want to do my best. So, yeah, I lost a lot of hair during that.
That's insane. And then I'd be so worried about, my dad's a big dork, so I'd be worried about what he would say to De Niro, Cape Fear. That was scary. Like, shut up, Dad. What are you doing to me?
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. And you had a great part in The Irishman, too. I mean, that's some comic representation. Sebastian, Norden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Was that a thrilling thing to be a part of?
Yeah, I mean, again, ironically enough, the first scene, the first day I'm shooting that movie, it's in the Copacabana. What they did was they took Gotham Comedy Club, they rented it out, and they changed it into the Copacabana.
Oh, I didn't
so
know
that scene is actually at Gotham. So
And
I'm
that's
doing
we were talking about where Norton's playing Don Rickles, that scene.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's at Gotham Comedy Club, and it's the first comedy club that I ever performed in New York City. So it was like a full circle moment where, man, I started doing stand up here, whatever, 15 years ago. Now I'm doing a scene in the same club with De Niro and Pesci. And yeah, I mean, crazy, man. Come on. I was like, I had posters of these guys on my wall growing up, and now I'm in a scene with them. It was really a great experience. It was an acting lesson too. I mean, they really kind of helped me through the whole process.
Oh, amazing. All right, let me ask you, we'll wrap it up, but you're doing great, multiple specials, selling tons of tickets, millionaire. Is the wife ever happy?
The wife is the wife, I got an open. The wife is always happy.
Oh,
my
great.
wife walks around with a smile all day long. It's me that's the problem. I just got to learn to relax and enjoy the experience a little bit more. I don't know if you guys feel this way. Sometimes you got to smell the roses. You can't always be worried about like what's next or what are we doing next. Sometimes you have to enjoy what you're actually doing, because before you know it, it's over. And you look back and you go, man, I wish I would enjoy that moment a little bit more.
Right.
So I'm trying to be more in the present, because I'm a big thinker. I'm always thinking down the road. So that's the goal moving forward, is to be a little bit more, just enjoy.
Is it possible to do that as a comedian though? Because I've heard people say that, and Mark and I are similar to you, where it's very hard for us to take small victories. It's very hard for us to feel joy. I think part of it is just like the curse of living in your head. I mean, that's where we come with material. So it's like you're gonna overanalyze shit.
Yeah, it's like a blessing and a curse. It's what you need as a tool to be a comedian, is the constant thinking. But then that also could bite you in the ass if you are constantly in your head. So it's trying to find, I guess, that balance where you could enjoy life a little bit more and not constantly hyper focus on things.
Yeah. Well, and you're also a great example of someone who moved to L.A. and stayed funny. All right. Sorry, I had to get an L.A. knock in there.
Oh, God. Well, I appreciate you guys having me on the show and for reaching out. So, yeah, that's next time I'm in New York, maybe we'll call Seinfeld and go out for a cup of coffee or something.
And come in studio. We'll get you some good wine, natty wine, whatever wine you like. We'll get tequila. We got a bartender here, so whatever you want if you're ever in the city.
Hell yeah. And check out the special. Is It Me? Netflix, Vegas, Tuxedo. It's a hot one.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Have a happy holiday.
You too, man.
Enjoy your time off.
Got it. Bye-bye.
Comedy. Hey, folks, we did it. That's it. Hot ep. We got Sebastian. We got Road Talk, Peeves.
I got another peeve.
Oh,
actually.
please.
Can I hit another peeve while
Hit
we're
me.
here?
Oh yeah.
People who say, have I ever done this? We drink on this, so I can never tell what I've
Right.
done. But people who say, yo, I might fuck around and and do this. Like, I might fuck around and watch this movie later. It's like, just tell me you're going to watch the movie.
Yeah, it's
What?
never that crazy of a thing.
Yo, I might fuck around. It's never good either. I might fuck around and volunteer at a soup kitchen later.
That's true.
It's never, like, productive.
That's true, yeah. I might fuck around and eat a full pizza. Like, yeah, all right.
It's always,
That's easy.
It bugs me. for
Yeah,
some
no, I
reason.
get that.
I might fuck around and read a book.
Just go do it. Why do you have to tell me?
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that one. I might fuck around. Get out of here. I also hate when people go, when you're like, hey, did you ever go to the bank today? He's like, look, I'm not trying to go to the bank. Like,
I'm not trying.
You didn't go to the bank. What do you mean? You got to try to go to the bank. Just go to the bank. You don't have to try.
Yeah, it
Hey,
bugs me.
Yeah, you want this egg roll? Hey, I'm not trying to get diabetes. Well, no one's trying to get diabetes. just do it. Or don't do it.
And by the way, Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks
Yes.
for listening. We might be drunk. We're thankful for Salamanca, for Peters, for Gotham Studios. Beer Jew, Jamie, everyone who's a part of this, and for you.
And for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
Jamie had a kid, by the way. The kid is
Wow.
out. Yeah, so it's
Damn.
cute. Cute little guy.
Cute.
So congrats to her. And
Was she pregnant last time she was here?
yeah, she
Yeah,
covers
dude.
it well.
'Cause she was throwing them back.
Wow.
Yeah, she was. That was
She's trying to
weird.
kill the thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Didn't take.
No, apparently not. The
Anyway.
kid's handsome.
BodegaCatWhiskey.com tour. We're on tour. I got OKC as my last club before it's all theaters. So it's, Austin. We added a second there. Please come out. Yeah, Austin.
Paramount?
Yeah.
That's a great theater.
New Orleans, Austin, Dallas, Tulsa. I can't read.
St. Louis.
Dallas,
Added
St. Louis.
Las Vegas.
Yeah. Vegas.
Vancouver.
Yeah. Portland.
Seattle. Salt Lake City.
Huntington,
New York.
New York. We just added that one.
Long Island,
Atlantic
baby.
City. It's a great theater. I opened for Jim Jeffries there once. Royal Oak,
wow.
Michigan, Minneapolis, Madison, Milwaukee, so many more. New Haven, Boston, added a third. So please come out to that one. Miami, Orlando. You'll go to sameroll.com. Coming everywhere. sameroll.com/shows.
Hell yeah. All right, you heard it here first, folks. I'm going to do a special next year, early next year. So I got a bunch of hot rooms coming up. I got to prepare and polish this son of an onion. So I'll be at Zany's in Nashville doing a ton of shows, Blue Note in Hawaii. Then I'm going back to the clubs, Miami Improv, Spokane.
Is this to build back up?
Build back up, yeah. Build back better. And what's that? Comedy at the Carlson. I'm going to the rooms, baby. I'm going to Jacksonville. I'm doing all the shit boxes. So you heard it here first, folks. I'm coming to your
Buy
dog
tickets
shit
to one of
town.
the shit boxes.
Yeah, you need a laugh in that horrific city you live in, and I'm coming to it. I'll tell you that right now. Rochester, you name it, marknormancomedy.com. Get a bottle. Happy holidays. Get a hug going. Be grateful. Bring in the new cheer. Let's cool it with the anti-Semitism.
Thank you to Sebastian.
Yes.
And keep listening. Subscribe. We're over 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and you're listening on the audio too, so we appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah.
Sunday's the day for my next bender. A bit of Pivarek, the beer juice close. I've had a little too much bourbon, and Norman's talking shit about the fucking Pope. And I get down in the same way. Up on the roof like a cop's coming, and naked Samuel is feeling dangerous. I'm out to lunch here in New Orleans. This woman doesn't look like I remember her.